What is up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today we are breaking down the Wisconsin-Michigan basketball game set for Tuesday. Going to be a ton of fun. But first, before we get into that, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button, click that like button. If you want to wait till the end to do that too, that's fine. But I would just appreciate it one way or another. It does go a long way. And for everybody that already has subscribed, thank you so much. Make sure you have your alerts on so you don't miss a video. I'm trying to get posts out more regularly. Working towards getting to about 3, and then hopefully by the end of this year we'll be at 5 times a week, which is crazy. But we're gonna do it. Right now we're at 2 times a week, and then gonna be at 3 times coming up soon. Okay, let's get into it. So Michigan, Wisconsin, a couple awesome Big Ten teams. Michigan's looking really good right now. Wisconsin, yeah, they stumbled a couple of times against Maryland, against Marquette. They've lost a couple of times, but this Wisconsin's team, I still think, is the favorite to win the Big Ten. At least in my mind, they are. Michigan right now is sitting at the top of it all alone at undefeated Big Ten record. So they're definitely the team to beat right now in the Big Ten for sure. Either way, a lot of intrigue with this game. As it stands right now, both of these teams are top 10 basketball teams. And when the AP rankings come out on Monday, because I'm filming this the weekend ahead, they could be even higher. I don't see them either going down right now. Michigan's number 10. My guess is that they break in, higher than that come this next week or come Monday's rankings. And Wisconsin right now is at 8. I kind of see them staying around there. So either way, my guess is that this is still going to be a top 10 matchup, just like it is right now. According to KenPom, both these teams are also top 10 teams, which is awesome. I find KenPom, using advanced analytics to be a better database to figure out who is really good and who is really not good. I'm not going to be crazy quick on the jump on Michigan. They do look good, and I'm not just ready to come out and say that they're the best team ever just yet. Okay, and I know a lot of people like this team. I'm not going to lie, they're good. Okay, and I know that everybody else thinks that they're really good and stuff like that. But I'm just not so sure to pull the trigger on saying that they're amazing just yet. Michigan has the 47th ranked strength of schedule in college basketball, and they are undefeated against it. Winning college basketball games is tough, okay? And you know what? They're 10-0, and they've played some okay teams so far. 47th ranked strength of schedule. There probably aren't in the grand landscape of college basketball, the majority of teams are not undefeated against the schedule. But Big Ten teams most likely are, because the majority of Big Ten teams, they have good records, and they've played way better schedules than this. You can look it up. The majority of Big Ten teams have played better schedules than Michigan, and maybe they suffered a couple losses, but still they have played more competition. So we have a better feeling for where those teams are at. It's not Michigan's fault for playing this schedule, but it is what it is. And even the Big Ten teams they played, they aren't the greatest. Northwestern, Minnesota. Minnesota. Okay, both those teams they are having a good year this year, but I don't know if you can make any assumptions off beating them, Maryland and Penn State. That's just, I'm not ready to do that just yet. So Wisconsin definitely played the tougher schedule. So let's break down some common opponents first to see kind of that will give us somewhat clearer picture of where these teams are at. But it's still Big Ten play, and anybody can lose any game. Michigan has won them all, so you know what? That's awesome. They've actually beat a common opponent. Maryland, Wisconsin lost by 6, and Maryland, Michigan beat by 11. They both played Nebraska. Wisconsin beat them by 14. Michigan beat them by 11. Minnesota, Wisconsin beat by 12. Michigan beat by 25. So right there, that tells me that Michigan might be a little bit better. Okay, but again, common opponents in Big Ten basketball is it's a hard thing to do, because there are so many different things of it. It's all a matchups game. It really is. Because based off our common opponents, based off of record, everything's telling me Michigan. Even based off of eye test, I would be quick to say that Michigan is the better team just going off eye test. If we're going off what I've seen on the court, I'd say Michigan is going to easily win this game against Wisconsin, just because I haven't seen it yet from Wisconsin. And while we haven't seen it yet from Wisconsin, I think that it's still there. This is almost the same team that won a share of the Big Ten championship last year. They are veterans. This roster, I'm sure you've heard this. This Wisconsin starting lineup is older than the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. they got some grown men on this team. And you know, Michigan, they have some veterans too. They do, but they rely on some more youth. I think that Hunter Dickinson has not seen a couple bigs like Wisconsin's bigs just yet. With Reavers and Potter, those guys are good. Those guys are really good. Michigan is slightly better offensively. Wisconsin's better defensively. They both run slow tempos. These teams are fairly similar. The eye test. I'm saying if I was just going based off of eye test, I would pick Michigan. But by the numbers, Wisconsin looks a lot better. maybe not a lot better. Wisconsin looks better, but it is close. Okay, I think Franz Wagner could be an X factor here. This dude is still scratching the surface on how good he could be, and I say this every time that I bring up Franz Wagner. So if you hear from TikTok, you hear from my TikTok lives. I apologize because when it comes to Franz Wagner, I think that we have barely seen what that guy can do. And who knows, this could be his breakout game, and Michigan can win by 20 plus. If the dude balls off, I think that Wisconsin is in trouble. I think that Wisconsin has enough up front to be able to hang with Hunter Dickinson, be able to keep him in check for sure. And Wisconsin actually has a decent amount of length elsewhere that's going to... They're going to be able to match up well defensively with Michigan. I believe that. Offensively, Wisconsin sometimes does have their struggles, but again, like they're actually decently efficient and decently efficient, according to Ken Pom. So my key takeaways from this are the tempo that both teams play is very similar and is very slow. Both teams play good defense, while Wisconsin plays a little bit better of defense. Michigan plays a little bit better of offense, and it's all very close. The numbers are very close. I'll put the graphic up for you. The Ken Pom graphics to kind of show you defensive efficiency, offensive efficiency. They're very similar teams. And because of that, I really like Wisconsin in this because they're older, grown men. I firmly believe that they're going to keep Hunter Dickinson in check. The dude is looking like one of the best players in college basketball right now, and for sure he's going to be at the top of that scout sheet. Is going to be keeping Hunter Dickinson in check with these old They got old men on their team. We've talked about this. Grown men. I think that they can keep a freshman in check, even if he is a little bit taller, even if he's a little bit more skilled. I just like Wisconsin in this. Wisconsin has a proven track record for success. Pretty much the same team as last year. We've already talked about that. Because of that, I like Wisconsin in a close one. They can win ugly games. You know what? It might not be pretty, but I think Wisconsin can do it. But I would not be surprised if Michigan ran them out of the building by 20. But I still like Wisconsin, and I have to go with them. I believe that this team can win the Big Ten. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments. Should be a super fun game. One of the best matchups in the Big Ten that we have gotten so far, hands down. Going to be a fun one. Make sure you are tuning in 6 o'clock Central Time on the 12th, which is Tuesday. You don't want to miss it. It should be a really fun game. Until then, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more breakdowns. And please, let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about in the comments. I'd be more than happy to consider it. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.